I hand it over to you, Sergio. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Omar, and hello, friends from around the world. I'm very happy to be here representing this very nice organization at the Chamber of Commerce in Cali, Colombia. If you let me share some insights from our ecosystem, I will be very happy to show with you. So there you go. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how is the Cali's ecosystem developing right now. For many of you that may not know yet where is Cali, Colombia, we are located at the southwest side of Colombia, nearby the Pacific Ocean. And we are located in a sort of state called Valle del Cauca, which is one of the most diverse in terms of economy and in terms of population around Colombia. So we have like the most diversified economy in the region, and this makes us an ecosystem full of opportunities, whatever you want to start or however you want to see it. As you previously mentioned, Omar, we are certainly one of those ecosystems that is growing very fast in Latin America. And this is something that really makes us happy. I mean, if you have seen the previous presentation, certainly Moscow is like over there with a bunch of investors and things happening right now. We are at the very premature, very early stage of the ecosystem development, but we are very happy that even though this is a recent effort that we have been doing since like 8 years ago, we are starting to show all these results of all these efforts. Like, for example, if you see two of our accelerator programs from the Chamber of Commerce, one is called Valle, which is for an acceleration program for early stage startups, ranging or like those startups that are starting to sell and starting to have traction and starting to grow. It has been recognized by Crunchbase as one of the 5 most interesting programs of acceleration in Latin America. Moreover, we also have like for scale-ups, an acceleration program for scale-ups that has been also recognized as the top 5 in the region, which something is very, very important for us, and we have seen very good results out of it. Thanks to those results, we can tell right now that we are at the top 14 ecosystems in Latin America that you can have like a lot of possibilities to establish here. I mean, not just for startups that want to do soft landing in another country, but also a lot of possibilities for even more for early stage investors that are excited to keep investing at the early stages. I think Cali, Colombia is one of those places to start doing so, since tickets here are averaging $100,000 US, and you have the possibility to scale from here to other places in Latin America, making your valuations more valuable, saying that way. Just to mention, we are not alone. We have been creating an ecosystem where we have different folks and different partners that are right now putting the early dollars. You have seen previously Moscow that is ranging from 100 million US a year for investing. We are definitely much more lower. I mean, since we are again a burning ecosystem that is at the early stages. Camara Comercio is still a central player or a key player that is connecting and engaging different investors. And one of those investors are our network of investor called Pollux. It has like 15 members, 15 investors, ranging from family offices, corporate investors, business angels, and small VC funds that are joining us in order to create this sort of investor nation for our ecosystem. So mentioning that there are 15 very active members, we have been presenting 16 deals for them so far, closing $1.8 million in deals so far in a very exciting top startups, not just from Cali, but also from Colombia and sometimes from different places in Latin America. We see ourselves as this central node where different startups in Latin America, if they want to have like early investor, they can come to Cali, Colombia, and find their first deals, the first dollars at their startup. So this is how we see ourselves. We also have different folks like Andeo Capital, which is a small VC fund that started also here in Cali, that they have investing so far in more than 18 deals just themselves. So this means that we are at that stage that the slope is starting to grow in terms of deals and in terms also of capital mobilized. Again, like our ticket size are ranging from 75K till 140K, which is a very small still. However, what we have seen is that those that come here to get their early or the seed rounds or the previous Series A round, they have to jump immediately to other ecosystems like the United States or Europe in order to get larger tickets and to keep growing that way. Also important to mention that we have been also measuring the impact of what we are doing. This is very important for us since we have to make sure that every dollar we invest in a program is worth something around 10x out there in the ecosystem, since we are sort of second-tier organization that is helping out there the ecosystem to keep developing. So the accelerators that want to start here or other impact funds or whatever we see in the ecosystem, we have to make sure that we are investing in the right programs. So far, we have done 19 impact evaluation studies and like collecting data from the ecosystem since programs that have been starting like 6 years ago. And so far, we have seen that all these results has been published in index journals. So this is very important for us again. Again, like for every peso that we have been investing in entrepreneurs, we generate 11x in sales out there, something very important for a very premature ecosystem like us that we have to check. I mean, there is no that much liquidity or exits out there that make us that we can't like invest in a lot of things. We have to be very precise and like laser focused when putting these first dollars on programs or in seed capital or whatever we are doing. And on average, we have been investing something around 1.7, I think this is million per startups in general, but 1.7K per startup in our programs, which is something that is not that much money, but with that seed capital, we can really leverage more capital out there from different type of investors. In that sense, we can say that our programs are cost efficient and we promote this proper management of public resources. See, as you may know, Colombia is still a place where the public help and the top-down help from the government is still needed. However, we start to see that many of the programs are already sustainable by their own, and we have seen like a lot of investment from abroad. So in that sense, we are not making this alone, but like having an ecosystem that it's getting better and better and that can sustain by its own. We have programs across all the spectrum, across all the continuum of capital, across all these different stages from very seed programs like Valle, which is our acceleration program for startups that has been operating since day 0 till year 5, and that are starting to get traction, until like far away from companies that are already growing and are already selling over $25 million a year, where they have to change their mindset and they have to start investing as corporate investors or as corporate entrepreneurs as well. So we can have like a very equilibrated or balanced ecosystem here. So we have like 3 different findings based on our data that we want to transfer this knowledge, not just to Colombia, but other regions like us, so they can start also implementing different type of programs to help entrepreneurs across the region, so they can also have like this learning curve from us. And so far we have transferred this knowledge to other countries in Central America. We have been collaborating with 22 entities and other 13 chambers of commerce like us that are, again, helping entrepreneurs across the region. So I'm very glad to keep this conversation alive. If you are looking for a very exciting ecosystem where to invest at the early stages, Cali is the place. So I really invite you to join us in this crusade to make more entrepreneurs in the region. I didn't mention which industries are very excited here. We can talk about biotechnology, we can talk about circular economy, we can talk about fashion industry, we can talk about food tech, and also IT. It's growing very fast here in the region. Here is my contact, and appreciate this space and all these contacts that we can make from here in order to keep this ecosystem alive and growing. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks a lot, Sergio, for sharing the main insights of your ecosystem. Congratulations for becoming one of the top performing ecosystems in Latin America.